Hello you guys and welcome back to my channel. This video is to explain something really exciting. We have bought a house. I have mentioned in the last few videos that we are about to move house and that there's been boxes everywhere, and now we've got so close to the move. I wanted to do a video kind of explaining the process that's got us to this point, sharing a little bit about the house that we've bought and just how excited we are. So it's Friday when I'm filming this. We move house on Wednesday and I can't, I'm so excited. So it's nearly time. Matt and I are going to leave shortly and going to go see the house. We have our home demo today, so they talk us through things like what walls to hammer into and where the boiler is, how to use the hot water. But it's the first time we're seeing the house with the carpet and the floor that we've picked, as well as the tiles. I'm really looking forward to getting in there and seeing it as pretty much as a finished house. I think it's going to give us a bit more of an idea of how it's going to be once we're in. So yeah, we're going to go. So we're back from the home demo now. Oh my god, I'm so in love with our house. I love the floor. I really love the floor. I think the carpet is perfect. I was getting a little bit worried that the carpet might be a bit dark, but I really love it. It's just, it feels so big. The house feels so big, and the garden is massive. You know that you have a decent sized garden, but you don't actually know how big it is officially until you see it with the grass in, and it's a really good size. I'm so pleased with it. I just can't wait to get in now. It's going to be a really long 5 days. We first found the development that the house is on back in like autumn 2018, and then in the December we went in because they'd properly built the sales office, and we went in and we looked at all the different house types, found this house type that we really liked, which was the right kind of layout for us, and it's got this beautiful open plan kitchen. It's just gorgeous. And so once we found that house type, we had a look at the site map and where the different plots of that house type were. Found a couple of plots that we really liked, and there was one in particular that we really loved. So we put our name on the list for it. And that was December 2018. And at that point there were 5 or 6 people ahead of us on the list. And she said to us then, the chances are when it comes available for reservation, you won't be the ones that will get it, because there'll be people ahead of you on the list. They'll get the call first and they'll probably be in a position to move. So she kind of gave us that caveat to prepare ourselves. So we were hopeful, but we didn't really think it would all come through. I still can't quite believe it's all come together, to be honest. So then the first week of January this year, I contacted a mortgage advisor to work out the logistics of getting a mortgage for this house, if we were to get the option to reserve it. And then about 3 days after I'd made initial contact with the mortgage advisor, we got the call, and that was the 8th of January. We got the call and they said no one else had answered, and did we want the house? And this was about 5 o'clock. So we talked about it and said, yeah, we know that we want this house, we know we want it. So I called the mortgage advisor at about 6 o'clock, and he came back to us by 10 o'clock that night with the mortgage agreement in principle, so that we could go in the next morning with the agreement in principle and the reservation fee to reserve our house. And then since then it's been quite a long process. I'm actually going to go through some photos to see what the kind of time scale was. So 9th of January we did the reservation, so we paid the reservation fee and did all the, like, it's called an early bird reservation, where we did all the paperwork, we said who we were, things like that, and we got to put the little reserved sticker on the site map to say that is our house, it's reserved, it's not available for anyone else. So that was really exciting. And then actually not a lot happened for a while. In about early February, my parents came up to stay and we showed them where the plot was, but at that point it was a car park, because it was next to the show home. We're one of the last houses to be finished on the development, so it was actually the car park of the show home. So we've got this photo of us by the plot, but it's just grass and a car park, so that's quite sweet. And then at the beginning of February, 7th of February, they started digging up the grass. 14th of February, it was then just a big hole. And then the 22nd of February, so we tried to go back every week to see the house, and on the 22nd of February, there was foundations in. So in a matter of weeks, they'd gone from a car park to actual foundations. And one of the things I found most exciting was that we could see the shape of the bay window in the foundations, and that was just amazing. So then we went back the following week and there were more bricks, and it really seemed like they were getting going with it. It was so exciting to see it grow. 8th of March they actually started doing the actual bricks that would show on the house, that the colour of the house was, so that was really nice to see them. And then the 21st of March we went back and the waterproof layer was in, and then obviously then there would be some concrete going on the top. 22nd of March we went into the sales office and did all our colour choices for our kitchen worktop, our kitchen cupboards. What else did we pick? Tiles and flooring. And then we did all the full reservation, and from that point they then send the paperwork to our solicitors. So over the previous few months I had been speaking to a few different solicitors and getting quotes and things for the legal work. A few days later we went back and saw the house again, and they had put that concrete layer in so that the whole foundations were waterproofed and secure and things, and actually I think that ended up being it's like the level underneath our floor. And then the UK went into lockdown and all work stopped. To be honest, at that point we were both so stressed about COVID that the house was one of the last things we were worried about. We kind of knew that at some point they would start work again and there would probably be a delay, but hopefully not too much. Originally we were told that we'd be in June, July time, so we kind of already had wrapped our heads around the fact when we went into lockdown. We thought, right, there's going to be a delay here. And then on the 12th of May we got an email saying they were going back to work, and then just a few days later I got a message from one of the girls who lives in the house opposite our house, who I met on Instagram, and she sent us a picture saying, you've got a driveway. And they had built a driveway on our house, and they were back and working so quickly. The following week the scaffolding went up, and then it's just grown really quickly. The interior wall structure on the ground floor was up within a week. The second floor was on the week after that. So obviously when you're having a mortgage you need the mortgage offer, and so we had a valuation done on the property, and then after a bit of stress about valuation prices and things and having to go back to the developer, we finally got our mortgage offer through on the 8th of June. Then we could start working towards the exchange. It did involve quite a lot of driving up and down to our solicitor's office, getting people to sign paperwork and witness things, and it was quite a busy week, but we legally exchanged on the 11th of June. And then we went back to see the house the next day and there were tiles on the roof. And then of course, because we were legally exchanged, we could start thinking about buying things. So we started doing things like sofa shopping, looking at furniture that we wanted to buy, planning things. And then gradually the brickwork started going on the house. So every time we went to see it there were a few more bricks, there were windows going in. And then on the 8th of July, which was my 30th birthday, the Chancellor announced the stamp duty holiday. which saves us a huge amount of money. So we were really, really pleased with that. That just was like the cherry on the top after working through COVID and just being completely burnt out and just needing something to go our way. To save on the stamp duty was just incredible. I'd contacted the sales team just to ask about the process of the actual build and what happens when, and when will they start building the garage and things like that. And they said, how about you have a meeting with the site manager, look around the house, and he'll answer your questions. So for the first time ever, on the 5th of August, we stepped into our house and got to have a look around. And I mean, there weren't any interior walls. It was the bare bones of a house, but it was our house. So that was awesome, just to see where all the rooms were going to be and things like that. We had another site visit on the 22nd of August, and they had fitted most of the kitchen by that point, and a lot of the plastering was done and the paintwork was done. And then at the end of August we finally got the date through for our completion. Since then it's been a case of just kind of waiting and trying to be patient, and we did go back again for one site visit just to measure something because we want to order some wardrobes, but other than that we've just been kind of sneaking peeks through the windows and things and seeing everything. So now it is just a case of waiting until move day, getting our packing done. The solicitor will get the money from the mortgage lender on the Tuesday, they pay the developer on the Wednesday morning, and then we should get the keys. But I will be vlogging that day because that is a day that I'm not going to want to forget. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I really, really hope you've enjoyed this video. I know that it's different to the type thing that I've been putting out over the last few weeks, but it's just something in our lives that I really wanted to share, and I really hope that you guys found it interesting. I will be vlogging on move day, and I can't wait to share it with you, so I really, really hope you enjoy it. Please subscribe and click on that thumbs up button, and I will see you on Thursday.